Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we are doing the Garcia versus Haney, PED scandal that has rocked the boxing world in the last week. Now, before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel, I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get as I continue to build my channel here. So I really want to start touching on more news-based things going on moving forward. And, the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, PED positive test that Ryan had, that is big news. And I just want to comment on it and get it out there, because it seems to be a very popular topic of discussion, and rightfully so, in the boxing forums. But it's disappointing if it turns out to be true. It really is. He obviously, according to the news, he failed his A sample on the Friday prior to the fight, and then also on the day of the fight, for two different drugs. But we got the results back for one that's stating that it came back negative. Now Ryan has requested the B sample be tested for the other one. So we're probably not going to know anything for a couple weeks here. Anything for sure. But yeah, I mean, if it turns out to be true, it's obviously a big shame and a big stain for Ryan Garcia, because he already came in well overweight. And I feel like that gave him an advantage. I know a lot of people a lot of Haney fans are pissed off that people are ignoring that he came in overweight and gonna ignore this. I don't ignore any of this. I think coming in overweight shows a lack of discipline and lack of commitment, and I absolutely think it gives a fighter an advantage. Now, how much of an advantage, we'll never know that answer, but I think it does definitely give an advantage to that heavier fighter. And that was already something that I felt, well, Ryan owes Devin a rematch because he came in overweight. But now, Devin saying, Ryan put his life in danger, that he's not going to fight him again. I don't feel like that's true. And especially if Ryan's tests come back negative, the B sample comes back negative, then I think he'll be fine. But, I think they'll both be fine with competing in a rematch in the future. But again, it's really bad for boxing when this kind of stuff happens, especially a guy like Ryan, because that win, even if he was overweight, it was good for the sport, because Ryan Garcia is a big name, and and he brings a lot of money to the table, attention. He's got that very attractive style. And, Devin Haney's a great fighter, don't get me wrong, but his style doesn't attract, the majority of fans, his boxing style. So Ryan, being the boxer puncher, throwing the big bombs, flashy, good looking kid, that kind of fighter can really attract major audiences to tune in. And he also is, kind of crazy, emotional. So he's definitely attracting a lot of attention. And boxing needs guys like that to keep the future rolling. And it's not to say that Devin Haney, isn't a great fighter, but he doesn't attract the same kind of fans. And so for boxing, it's really not good if this turns out to be true. Ryan's still going to have an audience. People are still going to tune in. But the last thing he needs is to be labeled a cheater following the biggest victory of his career, especially if they ruled out a no contest and Devin Haney remains undefeated. So I'm really hoping the B sample comes back negative and everything's on the up and up. I really can't say one way or the other if he's if he's innocent or guilty. That's up to the B sample. I really am not going to favor one way or the other. I think he could be guilty. I think he could be innocent. That's the God's honest truth of how I feel. So we'll see what happens. But that's it. That's what I got. That's the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia scandal, the PED scandal, after Ryan Garcia's positive drug test. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, or subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.